Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Air Kitty. Alright, I am back with the White House. Oh no, one of my little ponies is tipped over. There we go. It has been a very hectic morning for me. I was initially going to record, an older game. I'm not gonna say which one. I want to keep it a surprise for everybody. Well, excluding me. I need to know what it is, but I was going to do that, and then, my Windows 98 just decided to, hey, I'm just gonna randomly delete the OS. I hope that's okay. And I'm like, excuse me? What? What? Squeeze me? You're gonna just... Yep, nope, so I've now got a no bootable device error on my Windows 98, and of course... I don't have a boot CD for it. Yep. I did try the VM, the Windows 10 VM. It did not want to play nice on that either, so, it's looking like the game I wanted to play initially is not going to work, but thankfully, I actually have tons and tons of games, like even older games from here, that are probably going to work just fine with the Windows 10. I do, at some point, need to install the Windows XP, so that I can also have that one as a backup of the backup. And eventually, when I get that up and running, I will try, the old game on that, just so, again, that way, if my Windows 98 is on the fritz for whatever reason, like, something on the motherboard goes down, or, one of the parts needs replacing, the Windows XP can kind of act like the 98 for the time being, because I know that the compatibility is still there with it. So, yeah. Hectic morning. But, I was like, I don't want this to dampen my mood, because even though I was upset that I couldn't play that, I was like, I still have plenty of games, and I really wanted to get to another part of the White House to see what happens next in this little Freemasons presidency series. So, let's go back to where we are. That's right, we left off in the red room. And we're looking for photo stuff. Awesome. Also, if you hear me sniffling during the recording, I'm not sick. I just have seasonal allergies, actually. And I'm sure plenty of you know this feeling, but when you wake up in the morning and your room is really, really dry, and then all of a sudden you wake up and your nose just starts running like a faucet. That is me right now. My room at the moment is very dry. So whenever I wake up, it takes my nose... Oh, hey, look. All-seeing eye. Good. Need those hints. But it does take my nose a little bit to kind of, like, calm down, so... I've got, like, a little bit of the dry throat, a little bit of, like, the dry nose now, moisturizing itself. So, yeah. Do I need dollar bills? I see a lot of dollar bills, but I'm guessing I don't need them. Oh, journal page, let's get that first. In order to get at the truth, sometimes you have to be brave enough to look beyond the walls that imprison you. Okay, so yeah. So remember when I was saying that the Masonic symbol didn't seem right? There's usually a G in the middle. This is what I'm talking about. There's usually a G in the middle of it. Now, I don't remember. I have this, like, vague recollection that, like, the G was added afterwards, so it's technically not the original Masonic symbol. But, because I'm trying to think of... Did I say 1? Holy frick, this... I don't think it's me, because I can read cursive, but I'm just like, holy frick, this cursive. I can't even tell what this word... I think it's like, as thoughts of something sought this treasure, so shall you. As knights of something sought this treasure, so shall you. And then same thing here. I can barely read this. She made of wood, and the room was filled with a voice that roared like a tornado and get whispered late a acres search, and it said, I am, like, I'm legit trying my best, like, I can't tell. And the sad thing is that this is obviously, like, I have, like, a 1980 by, 1280 PC, like, resolution and screen size, so it's not like it's not like the words aren't big enough that I can't read them. They're perfectly fine to, like, in size. It's just the cursive is just atrocious. Cause, like, I know this is R-E-N. I don't, like, this looks like an L. I had learned. Sent upon a quest. I have been sent upon a quest. I think that's supposed to be more like a B instead of R. Yeah. I can read cursive just fine. Maybe that one was a little bit different, but I'm like, I can read cursive just fine, but like, holy frick, why is it? I understand why we stopped teaching it now. Because as fancy as it is, you get somebody like me who has really bad handwriting, and then you teach them the language of the squiggles, and it just doesn't end up well. Surprisingly, I feel like that's where the pattern comes in, and a lot of people like me either become English teachers or doctors. Anyways, let's actually try and find some crap. Okay, so Masonic symbol is somewhere. It's hidden somewhere. All-seeing eye just noticed that as well. So we need to find that somewhere else. A black king. I thought of something. And then I was like, no. I don't think people would appreciate it. It's taking me a little while for my mind to, like, kind of get back into the swing of things. Do they mean, like, a card? Okay. A king of spades would have been a perfectly fine descriptor. You didn't need to put a black king. Light bulb. I just saw one. It looked like a Christmas light, I think. That's not light bulb. I know I saw one. Here it was. Flower brooch. That's a brooch, but not a flower brooch. Oh. I think my great aunt actually had something like that. I got a lot of her there's a phone. Fun fact about the phone. President Rutherford B. Hayes became the first president to use a telephone, which was installed by Alexander Graham Bell himself. His phone number was 1. I do remember that it's like back in the day, actually, when the phones actually were just, oh, also I found the Black Queen. The Black Queen to go with our Black King. But I actually did remember that back in the day, when the telephone was just becoming a thing, and people were getting their own phone numbers and everything. So it did start out kind of like as single digits, and like, it was like as you registered for a phone number, you just got a number assigned to you. Like, obviously the president's was 1, and then, like, it went down the line, and then, like, eventually we had like 4-digit phone numbers in the US. So it'd be like, if your friend had, 1,000, and then you registered after them, it would be like, then you'd have like 1001. And that's how it went. But, yeah, so like now the reason why we have the phone numbers that we do is because obviously there are so many people now that have phones and need individual phone numbers that obviously keeping it a 4-digit phone number is not going to work anymore. It need to be expanded upon. Also, why am I having the hardest time finding chess pieces? Okay. I recognized... Okay. I recognized the pattern that happened prior. Okay, so the magnifying glass is in here. I found a mirror? Was I supposed to find... That is not a magnifying glass. At least it didn't look like it. Hidden Mysteries developers, as well as Game Mill Entertainment. I don't know if you've seen a magnifying glass before, but typically there's glass and you can see to the other side of that glass. You know, there's not like a panel behind it that reflects back at you. You can usually see to the other side. I am fairly certain I did not see to the other side of that. It looked like a white panel on the back of that. That's not a magnifying glass. That's a mirror. Twitch, at this moment, I'm like, you need to take a good look at yourself right now in that mirror. And you need to ask yourself, what did you do? Where did you go wrong? There's some kind of symbol here, but it's too small to see. Really? That's what I need the map. I am looking directly at it. It is obviously not that small. Girlie, I think you need some glasses. If you can't see that, I think you need glasses. Why aren't you wearing glasses? I feel like at 18 years old, 18, 20 years old, I don't know how old she is. She hasn't clarified that for me. But I feel like at this stage of the game, you should know whether you need glasses or not. The sign of the Freemasons. Something tells me one of those Masonic lock boxes is in here somewhere. Yep, somewhere. Totally hidden from plain view. Not inconspicuous at all. Or rather, it should be inconspicuous. Why? I didn't need this today. Why? Why does it have to be the biggest thing in the freaking room? You know what? It is not on the list. For the sake of this recording, we are blurring it out. It is going to be blurred out from this point on, because I am not dealing with this. You know what? I mean, I would like to accommodate everybody's phobias. Trust me, I really would. But right now, I need to accommodate my own phobia, because I literally cannot look in the left hand, like the upper left hand part of my screen right now. And I am praying to God that there are no freaking... The fact she is literally... God, I hate this so much. I didn't need this today. Gotta be strong. Watergate is perhaps the most famous scandal in American history. It resulted in the conviction of several of President Richard Nixon's closest advisors, and led to Nixon's resignation before impeachment proceedings could begin. Nixon installed automatic recording devices or bugs in many areas of the White House. Some of these tapes were later used to provide damning evidence against him during the Watergate investigation. Okay, great. Train and soccer ball better be down at the bottom, because I swear to God, if they're up near the top where that thing is, I'm not even gonna say what it is. It's the thing. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm already ticked off of this game. I am miffed. And no, kids, is not a word you should be using. Don't say that. I'm saying it because I'm an adult. But you shouldn't say it. It's not instinctively a bad word, but it's not a word kids should be saying. Why can't I? Please let me find these objects quickly. Okay, soccer ball. I found soccer ball. Do not give me a fun fact about soccer balls. I don't effing care right now. I am abbreviating things now because I am just mad. And I'm like panic searching now. Oh, I freaking looked at it. Oh my god, my English is going down the drain because I am just so like, I mean, okay, train. Got train. Good. Oh, frick. Why? Why do I need a fun fact? Okay. Good, it pulled me into the other room. Thank God. I'm gonna have to... Please do not give me any more items. Please, for the love of God, do not give me any more items. At least for the red room. Edwin Booth, brother of John Wilkes Booth, President Lincoln's assassin, saved the life of Lincoln's eldest son, Robert, on a train platform around 1864. Edwin pulled Robert to safety after Robert's leg slipped into the narrow space between the platform and a train, which had begun to move. The event occurred shortly before John Wilkes Booth assassinated President Lincoln. Wow. Way to start a family legacy. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, actually, let me... Well done, you've solved the puzzle. Oh, Teddy Roosevelt, you're a sight for sore eyes. Although I'm kind of wondering why they chiseled him smiling. I can't help but think there's more to this room. Henry's journal talks about looking beyond the walls. I wonder what that means. I should keep looking around. Why? I don't want to go back to the nightmare part of the room. Oh my god. Okay. I mean, not that I really want to find this, but I'm just kind of... I am now hoping that this is on the... Like, if I'm gonna go back to the other room first. Because I just want to get that one out of the way. It's not on the list. It's not on the list. Frick, it's not on the list. What the frick is a Madison? Why do I have to find 6 of them? I haven't seen 6 of anything! You mean dollar bills? Oh my god. Teapot. Teapot. There's no more dollar bills, right? Like, I'm gonna assume there's no more dollar bills right now. Except for the fact that it's lit up tells me that there probably is, and I'm just not looking hard enough because I'm a little scared right now. I'm a little like, I'm in a bit of a tizzy at the moment. Why does this knight have an oven thermometer stuck in his crotch? You know what? We're going... Oh, I left a dollar bill in the other one, in the other room. You know what? Sucks to suck. I don't care. I'm not going back for right now. I'm like just... Ugh. I found Washington's wooden teeth. Oh, speaking of Washington's false teeth. It is popularly believed that Washington's famous false teeth were made of wood, but they were actually made from elephant and walrus tusks. I think I remember hearing about that it was actually false, that Washington did not have wooden teeth. I think wood may have been a popular substance to use for dentistry back in the olden days, before we knew anything about dentistry and teeth health and everything like that. And also before we had the means of, like, other things like silicone and using gold and silver, in a sense, to help fill in teeth that were plagued with cavities. So, I remember somebody saying that was false. I think wood was a popular substance to use, though, but it was more like for the poorer classes. So it wouldn't make sense why Washington would have had it, because he was the president. Like, I don't know, I think it was like he got his false teeth in, like, before, or like he got his false teeth after he became president, I believe, or within his presidency, possibly. But it makes sense that, yeah, it would have been made from essentially the bone marrow of other animals, such as elephant and walrus tusks. Oh my god. Okay, flute. Looks more like a recorder, but I guess that's a flute, sure. Okay, let me look at the sparkling thing. What is this? Trowel. It's a trowel. Great. Tie. I'm like still trying to come down from being so frazzled because I still have to go back. I still have to go back to the other room to find the last dollar bill. And I'm actually half tempted that while I'm looking in that room just to put like this over that section of the screen so that way I don't have a freak out and I can actually look through the entire room. I think that's the monocle. I have never heard of a flag pin. What the heck is a flag pin? I thought they were talking about a safety pin at first, but I guess not. Also, top secret and Project Blue Book, nothing? Okay. Those are nothing, apparently. Oh, a literal pin in the shape of a flag. American flag. The 13-star Betsy Ross flag is named after an American folktale in which George Washington told Betsy Ross of the nation's need for a new flag. According to legend, she responded by adopting a 5-pointed star pattern and sewing a new flag with a design very similar to the one still in use today. While most historians agree that Betsy Ross had nothing to do with the flag's design, the story continues to be passed on as a factual account. And again, another vague memory of mine is I do remember somebody saying, like, the story of Betsy Ross creating the flag, it was actually a little skewed. Like, she did actually make the flag, or she at least helped with it, but it wasn't her necessarily that came up with the design or anything like that. I think what that's saying basically is that she didn't actually make the flag at all. Like, it was something that was made probably afterwards or something. So. Okay, I gotta do this because I'm just like, I'm gonna go back and it's just gonna, gonna pray to God. Ugh. Oh, found it. Of course, it was near the spider. Sorry, I didn't mean to just say it out loud. Okay, it's covered up right now, so I'm gonna just... Are we doing, like, some National Treasure stuff? Are we gonna find, like, Benjamin Franklin's, like, 3D glasses? Oh, frick, why? No, 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 I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it. Whoopsie, I meant to remove a brick, not break down the... I don't know why she meant to remove just the one brick. Like, why that specific brick? The, mortar was rotten. That's the ticket. I don't think the curator will be too happy with me. Wait a minute. Yes, there's a whole new room hidden behind the wall. It's the freaking White House. They've had to hide I don't know how many presidents in that White House. And there's been so many secrets that every president has put in there. What do you mean? Oh my god, there's a hidden room. Of course there's a hidden room. There's like probably 60 hidden rooms in that building. I'm sure there's hidden rooms that we will never find. Anyways. I wonder how long it's been sealed off. Guess I better investigate. Please go in. Oh, thank God. Oh my god, are you freaking kidding me? Why? Why? I hate my life so much right now. I'm also really hoping, because my brother's up visiting, but I'm playing this while he's sleeping, because I didn't have anything to do and I was bored, too. And I thought this was going to be a great opportunity to record. But now I feel like I need to go get my brother because... I don't think this is gonna cover- I can't, like, I can't. I just can't cover them up. Wow. This must be what Henry meant by looking beyond the walls. This room must have been created during one of the reconstruction phases. Amazing. Great. I'd rather be finding scorpions than spiders right now. Freaking hate all of this. Try my best. Try my best. Great. Laddie boy. To remember the passing of President Harding in 1927, newsboys contributed 19,134 pennies. The pennies were melted down and sculpted into a likeness of Laddie Boy, Harding's dog. That's great. Why? 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 Why me? Basketball. Great. Got that. Gloves. I can't even, go in order anymore. I'm just, trying to find everything as quickly as possible. Teddy Roosevelt was a sickly child suffering from asthma and other ailments. I remember that. I remember he had asthma. So his father encouraged him to take up exercise, and he studied boxing to defend himself from bullies. Good on him. He went on to pursue an active life and became a famed hunter, he did, and outdoorsman. A deputy sheriff in the Badlands of the Dakota Territory and commanded a tough cavalry regiment during the Spanish-American War. Frick. I mean, that's great, Teddy. Much love and everything, but... I just want to cry right now. I hope you know that. Why are there so many spiders? You may wonder how one of my journal pages arrived inside a room that has been sealed for years. Well, you can pick apart any story if you want to. I had to replace the bricks in order to conceal the entrance to this room from our mutual enemies. The spiders? Well, thanks, Henry. They freaking got in, regardless. No doubt you were surprised by how easily the wall fell away. I can't help but chuckle at the thought of your surprised face. In all seriousness, it is my fervent hope that you are not unjustly blamed for the damage to the White House. I mean, I'm probably still going to be blamed. I am very much still going to be blamed. Also, why does this look like a sickle right here? Like the type of sickle that you see, like, to signify the Soviet Union. Anyways, also, that's a drawing of the all-seeing eye. That's great. Am I given its relief in something and wonders, but I cannot deny what my eyes see, nor what is it down? Am I given to belief in signs and wretches? But I cannot deny what my eyes see. It is very difficult to actually read all these. Ah, frick. Shield, tell me it's a shield. Great, shield. Where the frick is the hedgehog? Sonic! Sonic, get the frick out here. Ugh, great. Mug. I just want to get out of here as quickly as possible. Pump. I see pump. Wire spool. Matchbook. Where's the matchbook? I feel like Ron right now from Harry Potter. Spiders! Why does it gotta be spiders? Why couldn't it be follow the butterflies? What does the matchbook look like? Oh, it's that. Okay, great. It just kind of looked like a pizza box or a hard drive. Oh, good, I get to do this again. Oh, that's just a tub. Wash bin. Crystal. Lizard. That looks like a baby alligator, but okay. Herbert Hoover's son owned 2 pet alligators that were known to wander about the White House. Okay, so that is an alligator. Great. Oh. Then, oh, I'm looking for 2 lizards, that's why. Mattress. President Garfield was shot in the chest by an assassin on July 2nd, 1881. Wow. I was just thinking about how July 2nd is actually 2 days away from my birthday. I was actually born on Independence Day. But obviously, like, 120 years, or 110 years later. But surgeons couldn't operate without knowing the precise location of the bullet. Inventors Simon Newcomb and Alexander Graham Bell created one of the world's first metal detectors and attempted to locate the bullet. The device worked perfectly in tests, but failed to find the bullet. The inventors had been defeated by another new invention, the metal coil spring mattress, upon which the president was lying. President Garfield died of his wounds in September 19, 1881. Oh. Well, that sucks. He died, like, 2 months after he got shot and assassinated? Oh, yeah, that's right. The teddy bear was named after Teddy Roosevelt. I remember that. The term teddy bear was coined after one of Theodore Roosevelt's hunting trips in 1902. Roosevelt refused to shoot a helpless black bear the hunting party had tied to a tree, judging it to be unsportsmanlike to do so. Capitalizing on the famous incident, a toy manufacturer began selling a stuffed animal dubbed Teddy's Bear, which went on to become one of the world's most popular toys. Yeah, I will say, obviously, all things considered of the early 1900s, when it comes to presidents, the ones that I know of and the ones that I've done research on, Teddy Roosevelt is probably one of my favorite presidents. Because of the fact of, obviously, I don't think any president is basically free of sin or free of, you know, doing, like, very sketchy things during their presidency. But he was one of those presidents that I respected a lot when a lot of the things I've heard about so far. Clock. I don't seem to be lost, you seem to be confused. There are at least 3 clocks in here, and you don't seem to know which one you want me to pick. But yeah. Such as that. Like, I mean, yes, he hunted, and I know a lot of people are like, PETA and everybody's like, oh my god, don't hunt. But it's like, hunting actually is, you know, it is actually very important to survival of species. Because obviously, if there's too many of them, they will eventually die out because they will gorge themselves on all the food that is available to them, and then obviously there will no longer be a food source for them in that area. And it may be that they may have literally caused that food source to go extinct. So, like, obviously that's why, like, we do have rules in hunting and stuff like that. That you can only hunt so many based on the population of something. And I do very much go with the whole idea, like, if you hunt with respect and honor. You know, you don't just go to... You know, you don't just go and shoot a deer for the fact of shooting a deer. You know, you go and shoot that deer because it is necessary, either for your survival or, in a way, the deer population survival. So yeah. So I'm not like totally against hunting. I am against overhunting and predators and stuff like that. Like people that are like hunting like elephants for their tusks and like ivory because they think like it's gonna cure cancer when there's been no scientific evidence for hundreds of years that that's ever worked. So I'm like, that stuff, that one I have a problem with. But if it's something like, I'm hunting this deer to make clothes and to feed my family, and I'm going to use all of the deer in respect to it, and I'm only gonna take as much as I need kind of idea, that is a very different story, and I'm like, that I will allow. Of course, I don't want to see any hunting, necessarily, but it's also kind of thing where I kind of flip it around, and I'm like, well, you don't tell animals to stop hunting each other, necessarily. It's like, no matter what we do, they're gonna continue to kill each other, and hunt each other. As well as hunt us. Them killing us is just as necessary, I feel like. Again, I don't like it, but we as a race are also coming to the fact of, we are becoming overpopulated in a sense. No, I'm not saying let's go and start killing each other for the sake of saving our population either, but I am saying that we do have an overpopulation issue. So when the next time you run into some, like a millennial or a Gen Zer, and you ask them why they're not having children, first and foremost, don't be upset. Then, like, that is probably their wish. Oh, I've solved the puzzle. I thought I needed to move more. Franklin D. Roosevelt. I think this was Teddy Roosevelt's father? I've got 6 of these antique busts, and the shelf in the professor's office had 6 spaces. Time to head there and complete Henry's collection. Yay. Okay, goody. Click on the busts in your inventory to pick them up, move them to the display shelf, and place them where you like by clicking again. Okay, wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Okay, where's Teddy? I know Teddy was, like, here. He was the turning of the century. George Washington was the first, so he's there. Which one are you? Franklin D. Roosevelt. Oh, is it gonna tell me that I'm wrong? Okay, so it does tell me when I'm wrong. Oh, my bad. It was either his brother or his son. This is Truman. Truman was... I knew he's... You know... 19th... or 20th century. Ford, I believe... Nope. Was wrong. I don't know my presidents as much as I say I should. Oh, cool. Got a little antique thing. Wasn't this a picture somewhere?
Defacing White House property, huh? You are making quite a name for yourself, Miranda.
Actually, I was named for Prospero's daughter from The Tempest. My mother was a big Shakespeare buff. The name means worthy of admiration.
Is that right? Well, Miranda also happens to be the term we use for reading a suspect her rights. As in, you have the right to remain silent.
Yeah, zip it and let's go. Mr. Chow has some questions for you.
You have the right to remain silent. Yeah, that's my given right. I choose not to enact it right now.
You've caused extensive damage to the fireplace in the Red Room. I don't understand. You're a good student with exemplary grades and an obvious love for history, yet you purposefully deface America's most important landmark.
People in the present are more important than things from the past. My friend Henry is still out there, and his life is at stake. I have to do whatever it takes to find him. I guess you're gonna arrest me now.
That hidden room you found behind the fireplace, it's an extraordinary find. To be completely honest, I'm grateful.
What?
Really, sir, please.
You're lucky, young lady. Screw up again, and we'll throw the Patriot Act at you.
Thank you, Mr. Chow.
Wow, Mr. Chow actually saved our life this time. On top of that, I cannot lie, but like, if I had the journal as proof of what Henry has done, I would have told them, honestly, if you want the truth, I actually didn't defile it. Henry did. And I would have showed them the journal entry that had said, Henry actually defiled it. But he was the one that discovered the room, so... If you're gonna get mad about that, be mad at Henry, I noticed this... I was the one that noticed that it was loose, okay? I mean, I see a journal page. I don't know why. Oh, no, that's like the Declaration of Independence, right? Did this reset a lot of the objects? I think it did. I think it reset the objects in this room. Yeah, because there's the flintlocks and the moccasin. Okay. Oh, that's a little upsetting. I was kind of hoping that, it would have at least taken those items away so I didn't have to worry about them. Okay, next room. I'm just so happy to be in a room without spiders, though. Oh, there's a kitty that looks like my Olaf. Olaf, where are you, buddy? Are you outside? Yeah, he's outside. He's enjoying the fresh air. I mean, he's outside in his catio, which is aka a little chicken coop that I put outside my bedroom window because I'm in the basement, so the window is at ground level. They actually really like it. Now since it's warm out, they get real upset when they can't go out. Actually, they bug me a lot about not being able to go out when I can't let them out, if it's raining or if it looks like it's about to rain. Yeah, they get upset about that. Olaf won't shut up and he's like, "Let me out! Let me out!" I'm like, "Bud, I'm sorry." Passkey? Ah, cool. I mean, don't I have one? It's Curator Chow's security passkey. That guy is pretty careless to leave a thing like this hanging around. Maybe I should, hang on to this. Just for a little while. In the interest of national security. Sounds good to me! In the words of my mother. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. Hot air balloon. What the heck? Why can't I find the screw? Screw? It's an actual screw. Oh, it's a... Oh, they changed it to a brass color. The grand staircase. Tire, hydrant. No. Book bag. Oh, all-seeing eye. I am kind of noticing though that I think the all-seeing eyes are... Like, they didn't... I don't think they reset the all-seeing eyes, because I didn't see any in the other rooms. So, I'm thinking that those don't get reset. You either find them, or you don't. Oh. Wow. Looking for a baguette literally is the largest thing on the screen. Statue. Statue. No. Candle. Okay. Journal page. Oh, hi. Oh, all-seeing eye. Good. My movements are being closely watched. If I do find the treasure, I feel certain they will move in and take it from me. However, they won't get far without the tumbler cipher. Oh, that's an old spy tool, actually. Pretty well known. I think actually it's helps with like a Caesar cipher, typically. But it seems like we might be doing a Caesar cipher, which would be nice. Which should now be in your possession. What? I don't have a tumbler cipher though. I don't think I do. It is vitally important that you find all the missing tumbler wheels I have hidden in the next few rooms. Remember, complete the tumbler. Complete your Tumblr, guys. Go on Tumblr and complete it. If you haven't done that, complete your Tumblr. Add some emo aesthetics. Get some cute anime boys on there. Draw some fan art. And you will be one step closer to finding the treasure. We're doing this for the national treasure, guys, okay? You gotta complete your Tumblr page for Nicolas Cage in order to find the national treasure. 10 seconds. The room was silent and my glass was a glass one more. And the room was filled with a voice that revealed like a tornado, and yet whispered like a lover's secret. And it said, "To be made of wood." Apparently, that's what it said. To be made of wood. Glad to hear it. I also love how the president's bow tie, they've put like a nice little piece of pasta right there. Cool. Got a crowbar. Are we gonna defile more of the White House? Freemason President Theodore Roosevelt was the only president to kill a cougar with a knife. I think we've gotten that fact already, though. I don't see anything in here. Oh. Hello. Totally didn't deface government property. Jefferson invented the wheel cipher to send and receive codes while in France. His cipher was constructed of 26 wheels bound together in a long cylinder, bearing letters printed on them in random order. Wow, they have hidden nooks and crannies all over this building. This looks like part of that cipher doohickey I found in Henry's office. Looks like I need 4 more to get it working. Yes. Okay, I was thinking of a different, cipher wheel. I was thinking of the one that had, like, the 2 alphabets on it, and, you know, it's for the Caesar cipher, and, you know, because every letter coordinates to another letter, you had to line up the letters so that you could tell, like, so, like, if the was replaced with RFG, you would then line up, well, I don't know if RFG would be a good example of that, but you would line up the letters in a sense so that it would, yeah. Or sorry, if it was, yeah. Anyways, it would line up so that, like, you know, it wouldn't be A to A, B to B, C to C. You know, it would be like, you know, A to X, B to Y, C to Z. Stuff like that. Those types of Caesar ciphers. But that's not the only type of Caesar cipher. Obviously, it can be like where there's like random, you can like randomize letters. So like, yes, if the word the was, you know, RFG, then R would coordinate with T, F would coordinate with H, and G would coordinate with E, and you would just replace those letters throughout the entire code or message. Ship. Goose. Flower. Oh, another flower. Pyramid. Knife. Herbs. That just looks like a very suspicious green substance, but okay. Also, hi, Olaf. Finch. Helmet. Headgear. Before he became the 33rd President of the United States, Harry S. Truman wore many different hats during his early career. From soldier to musician, farmer to county judge. At one time, he even became a haberdasher, a hat salesman. Nice. How do I... Arch? Buddy, why? Yes, just... Oh! Wow, that was... Wow. Goody. Okay. Okay, so... I've done quite a bit in this video. And as usual, I want to just kind of keep it at an hour or so. I may continue playing. I'm actually gonna quickly go upstairs and check in on my brother and see if he's awake yet. If not, I might just continue playing until then, but yeah. So, still having a lot of fun with this. Still upset that I couldn't get the other game ready, but of course, I'm like, frick, not even having a Windows 98 did not stop me. So, I'll have to get that, you know, working up and running. Of course, I'll probably figure out getting the Windows XP stuff later, as well as now figuring out how to get a Windows 98 boot disk. Fun. But, yeah. So, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.